Hi kids, my name is Mrs. Harma. I teach first grade at Wayne Elementary, but today I'll be your extended learning teacher and I cannot wait to get started learning with you. It's grade 1, cycle day 4, daily routines. Let's get started.
Okay, first grade scholars, help me sing our transition song. Ready? Let's sing. Sit down and come together, together, together. Sit down and come together, together right now. It's time to practice sounds and blend them together. Let's practice our high frequency words and write them down. Great job!
Okay, first graders, let's get started with high frequency word writing practice. Let's take a look at the first word. Let's read it. Around. Now I'm going to use this word in a sentence. Will you run around and play? Let's write this sentence on the board. Will, ill, don't forget a finger space, you, you, run, around, that's our word we're practicing, A-R-O-U-N-D, around, and play, play. I'm going to read that sentence again so I can decide what kind of a punctuation mark I need at the end. Will you run around and play? That's a question, so I'm going to put a question mark in. Great job, kids. Now you read the sentence on the board. Read it with me. Will you run around and play? Now you think of a sentence using the word and try and write it yourself. Great job. Okay, let's practice another high frequency word. Read this one. Did you say your? If you did, you are correct. I'm going to use this word in a sentence. I want to make your lunch. I'm going to write this sentence on the board. Remember, I by itself is always capital, and it's at the beginning of a sentence. I want, this is another high frequency word, want to, T-O, make a magic-y at the end, make your, that's the word we're practicing, Y-O-U-R, your lunch, lunch. I'm going to fix that in. Lunch. I need a punctuation mark at the end. I want to make your lunch. That needs a period at the end of that sentence. So let's write that period down. Okay. Great job, kids. Let's read this sentence again. I want to make your lunch. Now you think of a sentence using the word your. Take a minute and write it down. Pause the video if you need to. Go ahead, you try it. All right, first graders, read this word. Did you say about? If you did, then you're correct. I'm going to use this word in a sentence. Tell me all about it. Now I'm going to write the sentence on the board. Tell me. All about, that's the word we're practicing, ow, that's the O and the U working together to say ow, about it. Since I'm saying this with expression, I'm going to end with an exclamation mark. Let's read it again. Tell me all about it. Now you think of a sentence using the word about. I want you to try and write your sentence down. Take a minute to stop and jot it down. Okay, first graders, it's time for us to practice another high frequency word. Read this word. Did you say over? If you did, then you are correct. I'm going to use this word in a sentence. Sometimes I go over to their house. I'm going to write this sentence on the board. Sometimes is one of our high frequency words, but it's really a compound word as well. Compound words are when you put two words together to make one word. So here's times. Sometimes. It's a big word and it's important we keep practicing it. Sometimes I go over. That's the word we're practicing today. Over. Sometimes I go over to their house. There we go. Let's read the sentence again. Sometimes I go over to their house. Now I want you to think of a sentence that uses the word over. Go ahead and write your sentence down. If you need to, you can pause the video so you can practice writing a sentence with the word over as well. Go ahead. All right, first graders, here's another high frequency word writing practice. Read this word. Did you say old? If you did, then you are correct. I'm going to use this word in a sentence. The bread looks old because it has mold on it. I'm going to write this sentence on the board. Don't forget, you're going to start with a capital letter at the beginning of your sentence. The bread, brr, two vowels. I know that A is there. Only the first one's doing the talking. The bread looks old. That's the high frequency word we're practicing. The bread looks old because, that's another high frequency word that we need to practice. Because it has a mold. Old. Did you notice mold has the word old in it? Pretty cool. If you know how to spell old, then you can spell mold. Let's finish our sentence. The bread looks old because it has mold on it. And then I'm going to put a period at the end of my sentence. Let's read this again. The bread looks old because it has mold on it. Now you think of a sentence using the word old. I want you to try writing it down on your own. Go ahead and stop the video if you need to, but I want you to give it a try. All right, it's time to read your decodable reader, Sam's Hammer. I want you to stop and take a minute to sit down and read the entire book from beginning to end. Then I want you to take a sheet of paper and think about who are the characters in the story. Take a minute to write it down and then come back to your video. All right, first graders, when you thought about Sam's hammer, how did you respond to the question, who are the characters in the story? Think about it. Did you say Sam, James, Nell, and Dad? If you did, you are correct. The main character that we follow throughout the story is Sam. Good job, first graders. Keep up the good work. All right, it's time for today's lesson. Let's get started.
Okay, first grade, help me sing another transition song. Are you ready? Let's sing. Now let's all be editors, be editors, be editors. Now let's all be editors to make the writing make sense. Listen to the sentence, the sentence, the sentence. Listen to the sentence, we will change it as a group. Great job.
Okay, first graders, let's edit a sentence together. We will check capital letters are where needed. Punctuation marks are at the end of sentences, and the spelling of words are correct. I'm going to show you a sentence in a minute, and we're going to work together to check it. Let's get started. Okay, first grade, it's time to edit a sentence together. I want you to think as we go through the sentence about what words need to be fixed. Let's read the sentence. I can confirm that I sent a letter to the church. I can confirm. That doesn't make sense. I recognize the k sound of C and the ending sound as N, but can is not a word I recognize. I know that can is a word. I need to fix up the word can to make can. I'm going to replace can with can and see if that sounds right. Let's cross out the incorrect spelling and put the correct spelling above it. Can. I can confirm. Yes, that sounds right. Let's keep reading and see what else I might need to fix. I can confirm that I sent. I don't recognize that as a word either. I think what makes sense in that sentence would be sent. So I'm going to cross out sent and write sent above it. Sent. Okay, I'm going to start at the beginning of the sentence and reread it to see what else I might need to fix or if we're all set with the sentence. Let's start at the beginning. Point along as I read. I can confirm that I sent a letter to the church. I noticed another word that needs to be fixed. Did you? I don't think it makes sense to say church. I think what the writer is trying to say is church. So I'm going to cross out church and I'm going to write church, which is you-are, church, above it correctly. Okay, let's reread the sentence again and see if we missed anything. I can confirm that I sent a letter to the church. I don't see anything else that needs to be fixed right now. I think this sentence is all set. Great job, kids. Don't forget when you're writing sentences to go back and reread and check that you have spelled words as correctly as possible. Let's keep going.
Okay, boys and girls, help me sing our next transition song. Ready? Let's go. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to practice what we learned. It's time to go to work. Good job.
Now it's time for activity time. Let's get started. Okay, it's the writing sentences activity. Use page 83 in your distance learning packet to complete this activity. All right, first graders, it's reflection time. What did you do today that is helping you become a more proficient reader? Thank you for learning with me today. I look forward to teaching you again soon. Here are a couple of reminders. Make sure that you watch the alphabet chant video, read the Decodable Reader for the week, practice your high frequency words, read 20 minutes and complete a reading log entry, practice your handwriting with your letters A through Z, both in uppercase and lowercase, write your high frequency words, write your consonant, vowel, consonant E and consonant, vowel, consonant words, and practice writing short and simple sentences. Again, I look forward to teaching you again soon.